Rebound off. Now back to Neoga. Baker to 44. Back to Baker. Over to 44. Back to Baker. 44. Back in the corner to Walk. Walk out in front to Baker. Over to Eisnagel, into Baker, into the center at 42, and it's 2. 6-0 with 5:35 remaining in the first quarter. Aldridge over to Willison. Willison dribbling in the corner. Out to Tolliver. Tolliver into Lewis. Shot by Lewis, no good. Rebound off to number 44. And here comes Neoga, slowly bringing the ball down the court. Baker over to 44. In the corner to Walk. Back over to Baker. Over to Eisnagel. Over to 44. Over to Walk. Back out to 44 to Baker. Over to Eisnagel. Into Walk, and he's up. And a beautiful block shot there by Lewis. The ball recovered by Eisnagel. Back out to Baker, over in the corner to Walk, back to Eisnagel, back to Baker, down to 44. Over to 44. 44 shot from the side. No good. Rebound off to Headley and knocked out of bounds by 42. Aldridge throwing the ball into Lewis. Lewis bringing the ball down across the timeline. Top of the key over to Aldridge. Over to Headley. Headley with a shot from the side. No good. And a foul is called on number 14. That's on Baker. And Headley will ball be out of bounds after the foul, after the shot. Willison throwing the ball into Aldridge. Aldridge into Lewis on the bucket. A shot, turnaround jump, and it's good. 6-2 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. It took us quite a while to score that point. 6-2 in favor of Neoga. Gibson. Ball over to Eisnagel. Into Walk at the baseline. Back out to Eisnagel. Out to Baker. Into Williams. Back out to Williams. Over to Eisnagel. Into Walk. Walk turnaround. Shoots. No good. Rebound off by Lewis. Over to Tolliver. And here comes down court to Headley. And here comes the North Clay Cardinals. Shot by Headley's good. 6-4. 3:36 in the first quarter. Number 42 is Williams, and number 44 is Gibson. I didn't have their name. Their name's not on the scorebook board. Okay, here comes Baker with the ball coming down slowly across the timeline. Very patient. Over to Eisnagel. Eisnagel into Walk. Walk back to Eisnagel. Looking around. Throws her into Williams. Stolen away by Headley. And into Aldridge. Aldridge with the ball on the pass and intercepted by Gibson. Here comes Neoga again, slowly taking her time down the court. Baker with the ball, guarded by Lewis. Now Aldridge is out there. Almost a bad pass, but saved by Eisnagel. Over to Baker. To Eisnagel. Eisnagel is shot, and he's fouled by Headley. Hit on the hand. That's foul number 1 on Headley. And he'll be at the line. Eisnagel will be at the line shooting 2. Eisnagel's first shot up, and it's good. Makes 7-4. The second shot's up. It's no good. Rebound off to Lewis. Out to Headley. Across the timeline with it is Headley. Over to Aldridge. Across the court pass. Shot by Aldridge from the corner, and it's good. 7-6 with 2:43 remaining in the first quarter. Okay, Baker with the ball. North Clay pressing. Aldridge guarding Baker. Baker looking for someone. Throws it over. 10 seconds is called. Timeout. No, timeout for Neoga. I thought he called 10 seconds there for a minute. I thought it was mighty quick 10 seconds if it did. But okay, Vaughn. 2:32 with the score 7-6 in favor of Neoga. And fouls right now. Tolliver has 1. Headley has 1. And for Neoga, Baker has 1 and Eisnagel has 1. Might mention last night, sorry to say, the North Clay Cardinals went down to defeat to the Odin Screaming Eagles, so it leaves Odin and North Clay tied for first place in the conference, and they'll share the conference apiece, each one with three defeats. I had to eat my words. Leonard just reminded me, and but it was a hard-fought ball game, good officiating, and in the varsity game, very good officiated, and real good game. We're getting ready now. We're looking forward to the regional. Williams with the ball, back over to Baker. Baker with the ball, Lewis guarding him. Out in front, across the court pass to Gibson. Gibson over to Eisnagel, ball knocked away by Headley, and the ball's out of bounds to Neoga. Ball in, Eisnagel throws it in to Williams. Williams back to Eisnagel. Over to Williams, a shot, and it's good. And it's 9-6 with 2:04 in the first quarter. Lewis with the ball, top of the key. Over to Aldridge. Aldridge over to Tolliver, into Lewis on the bucket, and a foul is called on Baker, and that is foul number 2 on Baker, and Lewis will be at the line shooting one as the basket is good. 9-8, and Mark makes this shot. It'll tie the game all up. 1:53 in the first quarter, and Lewis at the line with a chance to tie the game up. The shot is up. It's good. We're all knotted up at 9-9. In comes Allen. Allen in for Headley. In for Tolliver. Okay, Neoga's ball in. North Clay pressing. He's looking for someone to throw it. He throws it into Gibson. Now Baker bringing her down the line. Tries to trick Willison into a foul, but Phillip, pretty quick move. Fast pass over under the bucket to walk over to Gibson. No good, and ball knocked out of bounds on the rebound with Lewis and Allen after the ball. Ball out of bounds to Neoga. Baker throwing the ball in. Out in front to Walk. Walk driven around over in the corner to Eisnagel. Eisnagel to Baker. Baker to Gibson. Gibson back to Baker. Baker shoots from top of the key. No good. Rebound off to Lewis. Here comes the Cardinals as Aldridge is on the move. And what? Okay, no, lost the ball. Ball goes. Here comes Neoga. Baker with the ball, guarded by Aldridge. Down the court to Williams. Williams over to Walk, and jump ball between Headley and Walk. Tip one by Headley. Here comes Aldridge with the ball. Shoots, no good. Rebound off, no good. And a foul is called on Lewis by Mr. Vaughn. The crowd didn't like it. Couldn't see it that well from here, so I won't argue either way. I'll take Bob's word for it. He's a pretty good official. Matter of fact, these two officials, as far as I'm concerned, are two of the best in this part of the state. Down the court. Gibson with the ball. Over to Baker. Baker with the ball. Into Williams. And a foul is called on Headley. He wasn't quite in position, and he jumped right into Walk. Ball's out of bounds to Neoga on the bucket. Baker throwing the ball in. This Neoga bunch is very patient. Of course, if they couldn't run with the North Clay. Ball out to Baker out in the front, guarded by Lewis, over on the side, down under the baseline, back out, top of the key, over to Gibson, into Walk, back out to Baker. Baker over to Eisnagel, back to Baker, back to Williams. Williams in to Gibson, out to Williams, out to Baker. Shot no good, rebound off to Headley, and a foul's called on Eisnagel, and that is number 2 on Eisnagel. The ball will be out of bounds to the North Clay Cardinals. 18 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The score all knotted up at a 9-9. Lewis down the side to Willison. Willison up with a shot, no good. Rebound off to Monty Aldridge, and he is fouled by number 44. Fouled by Gibson, and he will be at the line shooting 2, and they can break this tie and put the North Clay Cardinals ahead. Is that first foul on Gibson? Aldridge up with first shots up. Good. 10-9 with 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Second shot by Aldridge is up, and it's also good. North Clay up by 2, 11-9 with 8 seconds in the first quarter. Here comes Baker with the ball. Bad pass taken away by Allen. Allen bringing her down over to Lewis. Shot and no good. A little short on the shot. At the end of the first quarter, the score is 11-9 in favor of the North Clay Cardinals. And fouls, as far as fouls go, Headley's with 2, Tolliver with 1, Lewis with 1, Baker with 2, Eisnagel with 2 for Neoga, and 1 for Gibson. Both teams are in the bonus in the second quarter. Might mention some other scores in last night's game around the area. Last night, Noble upset the Sisney Running Lions, and also Kinmundy beat Dietrich last night. Another game of interest is when Madison played at Topless. It was in an overtime. Madison by 4 points in overtime over Topless. We're looking forward to a great regional and up at Effingham St. Anthony, and again Monday night, North Clay Cardinals. There's still tickets on sale. We want to invite all those North Clay Cardinals to get down there to school and get your tickets, fans, as we go. Tip is won by Neoga, and Baker slowly taking his time down the court. Looks like we're going to press these boys a little bit to force them to speed it up. Ball in to Walk, over to Eisnagel. Shot from the side by Eisnagel, and it's all knotted up at 11-11 with 7:46 in the second quarter. Lewis down top of the key, takes a shot like a free throw, and it's good. 13-11. Lewis from the top of the key, over to Eisnagel, into Williams. Williams back to Baker. Baker standing there holding it, and the ball's slapped away, but a foul's called on Allen. And so we find that Williams will be at the free throw line shooting a 1-and-1. Some of you fans may remember this Robert Vaughn. He coached the Fairfield Junior High team at the North Clay grade junior high team beat last year to go over to Sandoval to the state tournament. The first free throw is up by Williams, and it is good. The second one is up, and it's also good. We're knotted up again, 13-13 with 7:25. Aldridge down the court to Headley. Headley from the corner with a shot. Up, no good. Rebound off to Williams. And we need to set the shots up a little better. And here come Walker down the court. A bad pass, but recovered by Walk into Eisnagel. Eisnagel up with a shot, no good. And a foul's called on Aldridge for pushing under the bucket. And at the line again will be Williams shooting a 1-and-1. The first shot's up, and it's good. And Neoga's back in front, 14-13 in favor of Neoga. Second shot's up, and it's good. 2-point lead, 15-13, 7:05. Here comes the North Clay Cardinals. Over to Aldridge. Aldridge into Lewis. Ball finally got away by Willison. No good. Ball is out of bounds. Rebound by Allen, and out of bounds to North Clay. Knocked out of his hands. Headley throwing the ball in. And ball goes into Lewis on the side. Lewis shot from the side, no good. And a foul is called on Headley, number 34, and it'll be a 1-and-1. It'll be a 1-and-1 for, looks like it's going to be our Walk. Walk will be at the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1. That's foul number 3 on J.D. Headley. First 15-13, first shot's up. No good. Rebound off to Allen, and a foul is called on Williams. And Lee Allen will be at the free throw line shooting a 1-and-1. Alan Porter in place of Headley. Headley sets down with 3 fouls in the first quarter and just a few minutes of the second quarter gone. 6:48 left in the second quarter, 15-13. First shot by Allen is up and it's good. 15-14. Second shot by Allen is up and it's also good. We're all knotted up again. 15-15. This is a very slow game being played, and ball stolen away by Willison on the inbound into Lewis. Lewis into Porter. Porter into beautiful into Aldridge. Beautiful play. Lewis to Porter. Porter to Willison. Willison to Aldridge for 2. And it's 17-15 with 6:23 remaining. And a shot by Eisnagel is good. And the ball's into Aldridge, and it's 2. Got little things here, some here. The kids are throwing some papers around here, and you can't hardly see the game for what's going on around the crowd sitting around here. Here's Baker over to Williams, over in the corner to Eisnagel, back out to Baker. Baker with the ball over to Gibson. Gibson back out to Baker. They're taking their time, looking for the man. Eisnagel with the ball in the corner to Walk. Walk wide open, back out to Baker, over to Eisnagel from the side, and it's 2. 19-19, 5:37 in the second quarter. Porter bringing the ball down out in the top front court, over to Willison. Willison dribbling around, over to Lewis. Lewis into Allen. Allen into Lewis. Lewis with the ball. He's up, and it's good. Nice pass there from Allen to Lewis. Ball, a walk with the ball, or Baker bringing the ball down, guarded by Eisnagel in the front court with it. Back out to Baker. Baker into Williams from top of the key. No good. Rebound off. No good. And we've got a foul called on who? 43. Foul on Allen. So that is foul. And the foul is on Allen. That's Allen's first foul. Eisnagel's first shot's up, and it's good. Second shot by Eisnagel is up, and it also hits the bottom. So it's all tied up, 21-21. 5:03. Lewis with the ball. Over to Aldridge. Aldridge dribbling. Looking. Cross court to Lewis. Bad pass. Thrown out of bounds. Ball belongs to Neoga. 4:53. The boys are looking a little flat right now. 4:53 and a substitution in for Neoga, and it's Roberts replacing Walk. Okay, now we're ready. Here comes the throw in. The ball goes over to Williams. Williams back to Baker. Baker with the ball back into Williams. Williams springs across, back out to Baker. Baker with the ball into Williams. Roberts for 2. And here comes the North Clay Cardinals. Porter with the ball down in the corner. And he is fouled by number 14 by Baker. And that is foul number 3 on Baker. And Alan Porter will be at the line shooting a 1-and-1. These two referees, as I said, are good, but they call them close. They call them the way the rule book reads, and they call them close. The first shot by Porter is up, and it's good. 23-22, Neoga. Now Allen has a chance now to tie this ball game all up at 23-23. The second shot is up, and it's good. So we're all tied up with 4:31, 23-23. In the second period. Baker with the ball. Here comes Baker with the ball. Guarded by Aldridge. Now by Porter. Over the court to Williams. Williams is over to, back out to Baker. Baker with the ball. Over to Gibson. Down in the corner to Roberts. Gibson out to Baker. Baker with the ball. Over to Gibson. In to Williams. Williams turn around. Left-handed. No good. And the ball knocked out by Lewis. And the ball goes over to Neoga. The crowd didn't like that. That was right. And the ball goes off to Neoga. And had to razz Dave Duke there and Big Joe a little bit on that call. It was a ball into Williams. Williams shoots, and it's 2. Shooting them from the free throw line. Left-handed jump shot. We're going to have to shut that shot off. Aldridge down in the corner of Lewis. Lewis with the ball and call for traveling. And the ball goes out of bounds to Neoga. Neoga with a 2-point lead, 25-23, with 3:49 remaining in the. Here comes Baker with the ball, guarded by Porter, chasing by Willison, Porter, and Aldridge, and the ball's knocked away, picked up by Lewis. Over to Porter. Porter with a layup. No good. And he is fouled by number 40, Roberts, on the rebound. And Allen Porter will be at the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1. That's the first foul on Roberts. And so we'll be shooting 1-and-1. Allen can knot her back up here with these 2 free throws. The first one's up, and it's good. 25-24. Allen Porter shooting his second on the bonus, and it's up, and it's good. Allen has tied the game up for the second time here in the last 2 plays. Allen tied the game up both times. Ball's out of bounds to Neoga. Here comes Neoga with the ball. North Clay pressing. Down the court to Gibson. Gibson with it across the timeline. Almost carried the ball, but he's not. Guarded by Porter. He's still with the ball. Baker with the ball. Over to Gibson in the corner to Roberts. Back out to Gibson. Back over to Baker. Baker with the ball. Into Williams. Over to Gibson. Gibson shot's good. Easy shot. Wide open. 27-25 with 3:06. Willison now with the ball. Over to Aldridge. Top of key. Over to Lewis. Lewis up and no good. And a foul is called on Lee Allen. And that is foul number 3 on Lee. And it'll be a 1-and-1 for Williams. 27-25. Very close called ball game here tonight. And that was an example of how close they're being called. First shot's up on a 1-and-1. It's no good. A rebound off to Allen. Down to Aldridge. Aldridge with the ball. Over to Lewis. Lewis shot from a corner, no good. Rebound off to Eisnagel, and here comes Neoga. Baker with the ball, being guarded. Ball stolen. Oh, here we go, back and forth. Now back to Neoga. Baker with the ball, guarded by Allen Porter. Over to Roberts. 3-second call under the bucket on number 40, Roberts, and the ball goes out of bounds to North Clay. 27-25 with 2:25 in the second quarter. Over to Allen. Allen with the ball. Over to Aldridge. Aldridge out in front with the ball. Over to Allen. Allen into Lewis. Lewis. Bad pass. Not a bad pass. Just couldn't hang on to it. Here comes Neoga with the ball. Baker with the ball out in the front court, being guarded by Aldridge. Looking around, setting it up, over in the corner, back out to Baker. Over to Gibson, back out to Baker. Taking her time, back to Gibson. Now down the corner to Roberts, in the middle. Stolen away by Porter, and Tolliver gets it over to Lewis, and here comes the North Clay Cardinals. Lewis with the ball, over to Allen. Allen across court to Big Dave Tolliver. Big Dave with the ball, over to Lewis. Back out to Monty Aldridge. Aldridge thrown away over Tolliver's head. And the ball goes out of bounds to Neoga. 27-25 in the second quarter with 1:29 remaining. And out of bounds to North Clay. Bad pass on the inbounds play, and the ball goes over to North Clay. Casper didn't like that call, but I got news for him. He don't mouth off to these two officials very much. Shot by Allen, no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds by number 42 by Williams. Lewis throwing the ball in for North Clay. Lewis thrown in over to Aldridge. Bad throw in. And Baker with the ball. Over to Williams, over to Gibson. Gibson with the ball. Back out in front to Baker. Going to set her up. Pass over to Gibson. Over to Baker. Over to Gibson. Back out to Baker. Over to Gibson. Gibson with the ball down in the corner of Roberts. Back out to Gibson. Into Williams. Williams to Eisnagel. Eisnagel with a shot, and it's good. 29-25 with 49 seconds remaining. My, what bad, more bad passing. And here comes Neoga, get the ball back. This don't even look like the same team that played last night. Baker with the ball. They're playing for one. Over to Gibson. And to Williams. Shot up, and it's no good. A rebound off to Lewis. Pass down to Aldridge. And here comes an Aldridge from the corner. Up, no good. Rebound off. Here comes Eisnagel and Neoga. Big Dave. And it's 2 for Gibson. And it's 31-25, and the shot is up, almost good. And it's 31-25 at the end of the first half. And I must say, the North Clay Cardinals sure aren't looking up to par right at this point. We'll hope them come out in that third quarter looking pretty tough. Second half of the game between the Neoga and the North Clay Cardinals. The score is tied up 31-20, or tied up, my eye. Neoga's ahead 31-25. And here we get ready. It's Tolliver, Lewis. Tolliver with the tip over to Aldridge. Aldridge down over to Lewis. Lewis in to Allen. Allen with a turnaround, no good. It's out of bounds. Hit the back of the backboard. Hit the supports behind it, and the ball goes out of bounds to Neoga. We have Aldridge, Lewis, Tolliver, Allen, and Headley in right now for the North Clay Cardinals. For Neoga, we have Baker, Icenoggle, Gibson, Williams, and Roberts. Baker with the ball out in the front court. Over to Icenoggle, into Williams, over to Gibson. Back out to Baker, top of the key. Over to Gibson, back out to into Williams. Williams with a left-handed shot, and it's good. Somehow we're going to have to stop it. Shot right down the center line, right down through the center, 33-25. Headley with the ball, pass into Lewis under the bucket, up. No good. Rebound off to Roberts, and here comes Neoga. Baker with the ball down the court. Across the timeline, over to Williams. Williams with the ball, back to Baker. Baker setting it up, over in the corner to Gibson, back to Baker. Baker top of the key, looking around with the ball over to Gibson. Gibson back to Baker. Baker with the ball. Pass in the corner to Gibson. Gibson dribbling in the corner, into Williams. Williams under to Roberts, and it's an easy backdoor 2 points. 35-25, and timeout for the North Clay Cardinals. 6:34. And the score is 35-25 in the third quarter here. Might mention real quickly on the fouls, Lewis has 1, Allen has 3, Willison has 0, Aldridge has 1, Tolliver has 1, and Headley has 3. For Neoga, Baker has 3, Icenoggle has 2, Roberts has 1, and Gibson has 1, and Williams has 1. 35-25, the ball goes out of bounds to North Clay as they were in control when they called the timeout. Aldridge with the ball, throwing it in over to Lewis. Lewis with the ball. Oh, man, I heard the foul there, but they missed that. Ball out of bounds. Or Neoga slapped it away over across the court to Williams. Williams out to Baker. Baker dribbling around. Still dribbling. Jump ball, 5 seconds call between Baker and Aldridge. And it's that 5 second when you're dribbling guarded by a man, it's 5 seconds. You gotta go. You gotta move when a man's guarding you. Aldridge and Baker jumping. Tips in the air, goes off to Lewis, over to Allen. Allen in the corner to Big Dave Tolliver, and he loses the ball out of bounds. And the ball is awarded to Neoga. Boys are going to have to perk up here real quick, or this game is going to get completely away from the North Clay Cardinals. The ball is out of bounds to Neoga. Number 12 in the game, Jay Walk, is back in the game now. Watch the cord. And over to Gibson. He finally brings it across the line. Gibson still dribbling out in front. Ball stolen away by Aldridge, but regained by Gibson. Baker with the ball. Baker dribbling around over into Jay Walk. Jay Walk with it. Now over to Baker. Baker with the ball. Back to Jay Walk. Jay Walk over to Baker. Baker guarded by Aldridge. Aldridge over to Jay Walk. Jay Walk holding the ball. Bad pass in. He walks with the ball. And the ball's out of bounds to the North Clay Cardinals. 35-25 with 5:30. Here comes the Cardinals. Aldridge over to Headley. Headley standing out in front of the ball to the top of the key. Started to do something with it. And a foul's called on Jay Walk. The ball will be out of bounds to the North Clay Cardinals on the side. That's the first foul on Neoga. Over to Aldridge, first foul in this third quarter. Shot by Aldridge is up and blocked by Jay Walk. And here comes Neoga. Baker with the ball, across the timeline, guarded by Aldridge. Aldridge over to Jaywalk. Jaywalk into Gibson. Gibson with a turnaround shot. No attempt to stop him from shooting as he hit her 37-25. And Lewis with the ball over to Big Dave Toller. Big Dave in under to Lewis on the bucket and two. 27-37 with 4:49 in the third quarter. And the ball coming down. Gibson with the ball. Gibson brings it across the timeline. Almost loses it away. Over to Baker. Baker with the ball. Pass in to Eisnagel, and it's two. They're getting the easy shots. We're going to have to play a little defense. Lewis with the ball. Pass over, and a bad pass. Stolen by Gibson, and it is no good. And rebound off to Baker. Gibson missed the layup then. Now the ball goes out to Baker. Baker with the ball. Stolen away by Headley, and here comes. And Headley goes driving, no good. Rebound off to Aldridge, it's good. And the basket is good, and a foul on Baker, and makes it 39-29. And Aldridge is out of bounds. The ball is out of bounds to the North Clay. Gaylord Taylor says it was on the rebound. That's 4 fouls on Baker. Pass inbounds over to Lewis. Lewis with a shot from the corner, and it's good. Now it's looking 31-39 with 3:54. And there's the inbound pass over to Williams. Williams brings her down, and he is fouled by Lewis as Lewis runs into him when he stops. And that is foul number 2 on Mark Lewis. Ball goes out of bounds to Neoga. Over to Williams, right into the hands of Lewis. Here comes the North Clay Cardinals. Lewis a pass into Aldridge, and it's 2. 33-39. And Neoga calls timeout. North Clay beginning to perk up a little bit now. I thought they'd sleep in the first half. They're beginning to perk up, looking like the old North Clay Cardinals here right now. 3:37 to go. It's 39-33. Might mention the 6th grade won 3rd place in the 6th grade tournament over beat Noble, right? No, I got the wrong. Beat West Salem for 3rd place over at Noble. I'll get it right in a minute. Who won first? Okay, and so another trophy goes to the trophy case for the 6th grade team. I got Brian Waddle sitting here in front of me, and he was cheering when I said that and giving me a good time there. Okay, play time's back in. And the ball will be out of bounds to Neoga. 39-33 of 3:37. We're going to have to get these North Clay Cardinals fired up here. And here's the ball down to Williams. Williams with the ball over to Baker. That's yours. Baker with the ball. He's laying there. Baker with the ball out in front. Went over in the corner to Jaywalk. Out of bounds. Knocked out by Headley on the throw. A good defensive move there. And the ball goes out of bounds to Neoga. Eisnagel throws it in. Cuts across the court. Now it's out in front to Walker. Baker with the ball. Baker dribbling. Pass in. And the shot is good. And a foul on Tolliver. So the basket is good. And Big Dave Tolliver just has his 2nd foul as Williams is at the line shooting 1. 41-33, an 8-point lead. Now a 9-point lead, 42-33. Here comes North Clay with the ball. Lewis down to Aldridge. Aldridge out in front, back out to Big Dave. Big Dave, a shot from the top of the key, no good. And a foul on Headley on the knee. Pushing off on the goal. And that's foul number 4 on Mr. Headley. And in Travis Wyatt in for Dave Tolliver. And Baker throwing the ball in. He gets it in to Gibson. Gibson dribbling, guarded by Willison. Willison chasing him. Down across there. Gibson with the ball, looking for somebody to throw it to. I finally finds Eisnagel. Eisnagel to Baker. Baker dribbling around, over to Eisnagel, into, beautiful block there by Headley, and he stepped out of bounds with Williams. Regained the ball, but when he dribbled around, he stepped out of bounds with it, and the ball goes back to North Clay. Travis White bringing the ball down the court. Over to Lewis. Lewis, a shot from out in front, no good. Rebound and a foul on number 12. Mr. Taylor says foul on number 12, and the ball goes out of bounds to the North Clay Cardinals. That's foul number 2 on Jay Walk. Over to Lewis. Lewis out to Aldridge. Aldridge, top of the key, a shot. It's rolls in, falls in. 42-35, a 7-point deficit, and 2-18. And here comes Gibson with the ball, and he's being chased out by Willison, and back over to Baker. Baker with the ball out in front, dribbling around, guarded by Aldridge, looking for Jay Walk, and a foul's called on Willison for moving block. Setting the block too close, the ball goes out of bounds to the Neoga team. As he set the block up entirely too close. And he was moving with it. The ball, Baker throwing it in. He throws it in to Gibson. And the ball knocked away by Headley, but regained by Baker. And Baker back out in front with it now, guarded by Aldridge. Over to Jay Walk. Jay Walk back to Baker. Baker standing, looking. A lot of action going on in under. Baker with the ball. He's looking. He gives it to Eisnagel. Eisnagel lays it in. Easy 2. Need a little defense out there. And here comes Aldridge with the ball. Aldridge over to Headley. Headley a shot from top of the key. No good. Rebound saved by Travis White. Back out to Aldridge. Over to foul is called on Williams as he fouls Mark Lewis on the shot. And Lewis will be at the line shooting 2. 44-35. 9-point lead. First shot's up, it's good. 8-point lead for Neoga Indians. Mark Lewis shooting the second of a 2-shot foul. And it's up and it's good. 7 points, 44-37, 1:20 in the third quarter. Jay Walk bringing the ball down the court, guarded by Headley, given to Baker, almost lost there. Baker guarded by Aldridge. Now he takes it out, sets it up. Eisnagel breaks out, a pass in under to Williams. Williams a layup, and that's foul number 5 on Jay Headley as he gets him on the shot. And number 42 will be at the line. Williams be at the line. Jay Headley fouls out. With 1:05 remaining in the third quarter, in comes Lee Allen in replace of Jay Headley. North Clay Cardinals going to have to pick up here a little bit. Look more like they did last night and in the previous games if they aim to pull this one out. The shot's up on no good. And what's going on here now? Got a little confusion at the timetable. Confusion at the timetable. Now Casper's wanting to know something. I don't know what he's wanting to know. May have been wanting to know if the ball went in. Casper don't know. Mr. Taylor informed him whatever it was, it stays as is. One thing about Gaylord Taylor, when he says something, it's final. He don't change his mind. Second shot by Williams, and it's good. 45-37, 8-point lead for the Neoga Indians. Both teams in the bonus. Travis White with the ball, pass into Willison. Willison falls back, shoots, rebound by Lewis, and it's 2. 39-45, 6-point lead with 50 seconds. And the ball's inbounds, and here comes Williams. Williams with the ball, back out to Baker. Baker going to hold her for 1, 40 seconds. Baker dribbling around, now about to jump. And over to Eisnagel. Eisnagel on the side, back to Baker. Over to Eisnagel. Eisnagel holding the ball. Guarded by Lewis. Back to Baker. Baker with the ball, driven around, being guarded by Aldridge. Over in the corner to Jaywalk. Walk over to back to Baker. Baker out in front, dribbling around. 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds. Pass to Jaywalk. Jaywalk with it. Stolen away by Aldridge. And Aldridge makes it 2-41 to 45 as the horn sounds at the end of the third quarter. And listen to the North Clay fans trying to root the boys up right now. And we're going to have to get in there and really play ball the rest of this. And